What is going on, guys? This is your man Synergy again, back at you again with another TXR video. Today we're going to actually be playing through some of the bosses here, at least some that I thought that before the nerf were actually pretty quick and pretty unbeatable to a certain extent, pretty unfair for most people, but when it comes to this particular game, it's supposed to be like that, not like in terms of it being unfair, but we're basically going to go through the bosses and see how it plays through for us. We're going to be driving the RX-8 and then we're going to drive the Nissan Skyline. So let's get right into it. So now we're about to fight Shuwa Shuwa, which he's a very, very quick boss. I had never really even seen this Mazda vehicle before. It actually quite surprises me that, this vehicle is really fast. He's a bit of a dick. I feel like, to really pass him, he has to make mistakes. It feels like the bosses have been buffed as well, too. Might possibly lose to this particular guy, depending on if there's not an opening or whatever, which there is. But, oh man, this is kind of crazy. I actually got lucky on this one. Let's go! Yeah, that's Shuwa Shuwa for you. We're fighting up against Iron Old Man right now. This guy, I'm not even sure if I remember fighting him the rest of the runs, but I know that he's pretty quick based off of that Subaru. But, when you have like pretty much all the upgrades, not necessarily, transmission level 5 and so forth, you have a better chance. I know that like with the RX-8, since it's faster, I can be able to maneuver around corners based off of my tune. Very different from the last couple of bosses, but I guess he got his ass beat. So there's that. Now we're going to be playing up against Dark Tengu, which is actually pretty interesting because he's one of the bosses before the nerf that I actually had a bit of a problem with. I remember my first time playing, I actually had to fight him 3 different times because he was just too quick, and I wasn't driving the RX-8 at the time. I believe it was the 200SX or something like that, and he just had crazy acceleration. It was very, very difficult to be able to beat him, especially if I didn't have the straightaway strip, because that was the only time I was actually able to beat him besides mess ups. But yeah, that was a clean run, obviously very, very clean. And here we have Metallic Angel, which is everybody's worst nightmare. So basically we're gonna just try our best here to pass him, because if not, then it would be a bit of a problem. I know that before the update, this boss was a bit of a problem. Not necessarily sure as to why. I mean, obviously a lot of people have complained to nerf bosses or whatever the case may be, but it's because Metallic Angel was ridiculously fast. But as you can see, I already beat him, so. And then we have ourselves Cinderella at Midnight, which is another particular boss that is somewhat difficult, at least before the update. But I never really initially had a problem with this boss. It was really just Angel that I had a problem with, but I do think it's pretty sick how they add the aura to it. So let's see how we go with this particular run. I'm not sure like how this would necessarily go. It's covering me right now, so I don't know why it would do that. But like the C1 strip, it's a bit difficult to kind of overtake them a bit. Not necessarily saying that like the car is completely trash, but they got fast acceleration. The RX-8 really does have fast acceleration overall. So here we are getting the rematch with Angel. I don't know why we actually get to play against him the second time, but I figured I picked out my R34 just to see, because I wanted to ensure that I beat him with the R34 instead. But looks like this is a bit of a tougher challenge than before. I'm gonna try my best to actually get away from him, because she got insane top end and acceleration. Then again, Rolling Gal 1 and a bunch of other bosses have insane top ends with their vehicles as well too, which is, it's interesting and it's a bit of a challenge, especially considering that all bosses have like a unique performance potential and acceleration and top end anyways.
Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. If you guys like what you see, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Be sure to actually, tune into my other TXR videos as well too. We're going to be uploading a little bit more before the full release of the game. Just wanted to really, showcase some of the bosses in this game even after the nerf. I feel like it's completely unsettled to nerf bosses in a game that's early access, considering the fact that that's really the challenge behind TXR games in the first place. When you fight bosses or team leaders, you're supposed to have a challenge. You're supposed to move at ridiculous speeds. I know some people would complain about rubber banding, or the fact that it feels like the bosses are cheating, or that they have different performance parts. That's what makes racing games nowadays. It's not like, we don't live in the same golden age anymore, to where racing games actually had those things, where it was constant rubber banding, challenging opponents, AI, with ridiculous acceleration around corners, so forth. So, to remove the challenge element of the game, with the bosses specifically, is merely immersive. But hopefully you guys actually enjoy this video, and I really do appreciate your time. And this is Synergy signing out, and peace out.